Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Let's go.
This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Ready? Mike, 57. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Shoot.
Mixon will try the right side.
Get there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Ready?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep to return is Duke Johnson. Losing 2 yards down. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing again, Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. check.
Looking to throw. Green. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, high 7. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
53's Mike. Check, 53.
2nd and 4. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Under 10. Under 10.
Here's Hines. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. One of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Bengals nothing.
Ready. 8, read. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Joker. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Here's Jacobs. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike 57. Hey, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Green looking to throw on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in that house.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry, and that can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And here's Green throwing on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Keep it up, guys. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
And here's Green. Going to throw again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. You gonna get this boy?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
57. Mike, 57. I got him.
Operating from the gun. Green. He's going to let this one go. And this is caught at the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You don't want it. Check 13. Check 13. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
This is Hines. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Green operating from the gun. Wright's got it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty...
2nd and 6. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
57. Mike, 57. No gain on this defense. No gain. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 57's the mic. Watch 57. I got it.
Drain down. From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
I'm coming.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
58's the mic. 58's
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Open man there is Malone. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
10-2, sir. Come off the ball hard. Check 26, check 26.
Mixon with a first down carry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Yeah. I got him. Back's mine. I got him.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. He gets this one to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Green. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Green. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Jones now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Jones throwing again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Josh Malone as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Green throwing to start the drive. Complete to right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Green. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now after the complete timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Pick the edge. Go. 36. Watch the edge.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Watch out.
They run with Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3 buzz. You got tight right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch QB drop. Kill.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check. Fresno.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Right here, we got to step it up. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Here we go.
Green down, operating from the gun. It's complete to Turbin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
57's Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now Green, off play action. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll have a first down past the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. 90, wolf. Here I come.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. It's long, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know and worked hard to make it happen.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and that'll bring up second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Drew Sample, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 48, Raiders 19. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Green. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Green firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4. Hatch it.
To throw is Green. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike, 27. Check Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, Green. The open man here, Renfro. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
27, check Mike, 27. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. That's it.
To throw is Green, operating from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check your hot read.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to 2.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 28, Raiders 26.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
From the 31, Jones, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing Jones. He's got his man, Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Under crunch. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Squeeze. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Long. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 2nd down now. It's Long. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd and 2, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
I'm going to run you up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This what will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun. Green.
Let's bring it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
Here we go. Mike, watch 7. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Green on 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down, Raiders.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Now it's Hines, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Let's go, baby. Turnovers. Get it up.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the Bengals 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
You don't know no better.
Check. 53. Check.
He's back to throw.
Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
It's going to be a long...
And here's Green throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
On the ball.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Mixon running right. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.